is Chris and I'm from Armstrong Garden Center. Today I'm going to talk to you about container gardens. Container gardens are great because even if you don't have the space to garden, you can still add lots of color and flair to your patio or porch. In container gardening, you can do herbs, vegetables, or even flowers. Today I'm going to plant flowers. When planting flowers, you want to keep in mind whether it's a perennial or an annual. If you don't know the difference between the two, click on the link below. When choosing your pots, there's lots of different choices. You can choose a terracotta or glazed pot, which are a lot more decorative and heavy, or you can choose a plastic pot like I've chosen here because it's lightweight and easy to work with. They're also less expensive and retain water a lot longer. Now let's pot these flowers that I've chosen. What I've done is I've filled up the pot about 3/4 of the way full and I've tamped it down nice and tight. To tamp, I take my palm and I press down nice and firmly so the plant has a nice base for the roots to grow. Once you have your base established, add a few handfuls of organic fertilizer. It's going to attach itself to the roots and create a symbiotic relationship to really give the roots a nice, good, healthy start. When arranging your flowers, I like to put a taller one in the center. I've chosen a ranuncula to act as my centerpiece. Place it in the center and pack it down a little bit. Now I'm going to add some bacopa. Bacopa is nice because it's going to fill in and it's going to have a tendency to spill over the plant. It's a perennial, so it's going to live a lot longer than an annual and you won't have to replace it as often. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place each one about 1/3 of the way around the pot. That way it has room to fill in. Now that the perennials are set, it's time to add the annuals. I chose petunias because they have big flowers and they spread and they just have a great pop of color. I'm going to alternate the colors so it makes it a little bit more vibrant. Once your annuals are set, just take a few handfuls of soil and spread them around to fill in the gaps and tamp it down nice and tight with your fingers. When planting any pot, you want to remember to keep the soil level about 2 inches below the rim of the pot so the water has a little area to sit while it drains into the soil. Next, you need to water. You should water thoroughly 2 to 3 times so the roots get nice and moist while they're trying to establish themselves. To keep your flowers blooming and healthy, you're going to want to feed it regularly because with containers, nutrients tends to run through quickly, so you have to be on top of fertilizing and do it about every 2 to 3 weeks. When fertilizing, just take a handful and sprinkle it around your flower and try to mix it up a little bit into the soil. You're going to want to use an organic fertilizer like the EV Stone Sure Start or a Super Bloom. Because this pot has holes, you're going to want to place it in a saucer so it doesn't make a mess in your house or on your patio because the water will drain through. Thank you for joining me today on how to plant a container garden. If you have any further questions, please visit your local Armstrong Garden Center. And I'll see you soon.
Here's a recap from today's how-to video. This how-to video is brought to you by Armstrong Garden Centers. Please feel free to visit your local Armstrong Garden Center for all of your gardening needs.